I reviewed this movie before, and I do still like it, like before, but I'm a bit too mindset on this movie. I think. Yeah, definitely. It's. This is my review on Black Mask. As a massacre, not mask. Not like a mask, more like massacre, as in murder, as in. That's. If this is a case of I'm announcing it wrong. It's that kind of mask. So. I can kind of see. What was I going to say? Ah, fuck. So, where do we begin? This movie's not terrible, but it does have its problems. How do I put this? Well, I guess I'll start reviewing it. Johnny Depp plays Whitey Bulger. Now the plot of the film, he basically helps corrupt cops catch bad guys on the list that they need to get of wanted fugitives. And he does do it, but now without torturing people. A lot of people. And murdering people. But, and how this movie plays it okay, I have a bit of a bone to pick in with this movie. It seems like it wants to glorify everything he's doing. That's really, really fucking up when you consider taking someone's life. It's a fucked up thing, you know? Like, he's... And I think my problem is with this movie, it does too good a job of making you sympathize with Bulger's character. But not enough good, but does kind of a poor job of making you be afraid of him. And you can do, is it possible to do both, make a sympathetic, yet a character that you, make a character, if you want, my opinion on this, if you're probably wondering, those who are wondering, well, it can do a character that, can make a sympathetic character, and also a character that can fear. Well, yes, yeah, that can be done, but it's a little, it takes a very skilled, a team of writers, or one team of a single-handed person, but, it can be done. It's very hard to do, not easy. Zack Snyder did with Zod in his Man of Steel movie, and he also did it with Lex Luthor in his Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Cut theatrical cut movie, and he did with Batman in the Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut and theatrical cut part of the movie too, and he did once again with Steppenwolf in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and also DC Animation has done it with Deathstroke when he's the main protagonist of the film, but he's also something you actually fear. You still get make you fear this guy, but afraid of this guy, and feel like there's something unhinged about him besides make him relatable. So, I mean, so it's not impossible, but it's it's easier said than done, I guess what I'm trying to say is, but it's possible. And I guess this movie wants to go that route, but it's not doing it well. It's leaned more towards of him being this woe is me character of White Bulger, but which that's okay, that's fine and all, but if you guys still show that he's not a decent, what he's doing is fucked up. You gotta show it, you know? Show him torturing people and not using it in a montage. And that's the thing, showing Bulger commit all of his crimes against the neighborhood is basically in a montage. A very, very, quick cut montage, for several montages, So you don't really see anything violent about this film. You just, I mean, yeah, he gets caught in the end, but he gets find out and then figure out in the end. I think this movie's rated PG-13. If it's rated, I don't know why, because they don't show really anything to justify the rating of this movie, because this movie, well, it's too, it's enjoyable, but it's too much fluff. It's too soft. There's nothing, there's no really, oh shit, the going there scenes, or oh shit, why are you making me watch this thing? There's nothing that justifies that he's a bad person in this interpretation of White Bulger. Johnny Depp does a perfectly fine job in the movie. It's actually one of his best roles, but again, the script, it does glance over a lot of stuff, mainly the worst stuff that he does. All of his crimes, it glances over and shines some sort of happy light that was all for his family, all for the greater good. That's what it's basically saying. Okay, maybe that happened in real life, but we don't know. We don't basically see that, and we don't. And not only that, but these people that he's murdering and torturing, those people, we don't see what their lives are before they get to that point of being captured by White Bulger and tortured to death, and tortured and murdered and stuff, or stuff like that. And so yeah, the victims are kind of underdeveloped. I mean, if I were me, I would just probably, maybe they should have I feel like they could have gone for a different approach to making this film. Maybe have, I don't know, maybe you had the victims be the protagonists and White Bulger be also protagonists, but folks make them both protagonists, but have not one protagonist but multiple. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to humanize Bulger, that's okay and all, but they gotta show he's he's a serious threat and a scary person. You gotta show that, you know, because you gotta show that you gotta highlight that he's not a good person, and that's someone that you want to have at a picnic. You don't want to. You want to highlight this like not a person you want at a picnic or ever meet or step foot in the same room with. You gotta highlight that it's that type of guy, that guy you do not want to meet. And the movie does a poor job doing that. And it tells a decent free-ass structure, I'll admit, but it does have an ending. A fitting ending, but to the movie, and a decent ending, and Lloyd Bulger goes on the run while everyone else gets captured, and but instead of showing him get captured, in the film it shows the scroll of text saying he's got captured eventually. So yeah, this is weird. I feel like there's something seriously, either like, okay, there's maybe a few things I can bring up. One, the Rays did not know how to make Bulger scary. Or two, the studio got nosy and forced the director to edit all of the serious violent scenes in the movie that make Bulger a force of nature, a very dangerous force of nature. As in this film in other words, this film got edited down way too much because, or in rare cases, it's probably both. Rays didn't know how to make Bulger scary, and what they did use, the studio probably wanted to force them to edit it out of the film from the director, from whoever was in charge, of the film, before the final release. So, and so those are all possibilities I can think of right now. I'm not going to act like I don't hate this film. I mean, like, another good example is to have a sympathetic yet scary character that you can also fear is two other Johnny Depp movies. One's Public Enemies, and the other one's Sweeney Todd, The Demon of Barbara Street. Now, I feel like those movies knew how to did everything right, because it did everything this movie did. It did everything. It did everything this movie did, but it did one thing that this movie couldn't do: is it highlights that these main protagonists are bad people, a bad person. It highlights that, it makes it obvious enough, and shows it out to the audience enough. And here we're just told that, and not really shown at all. At all, really. The movie I'm talking about right now is Black Mask. Is the one I'm talking about now. Is when I say not at all, that we're told that, but not shown it at all. Okay. I mean, I guess I like it, but I mean, it's not bad. What I'm saying is it could be so much more. It's not bad, but it could be so much more, leaving the movie no more, no less than a 5 out of 10. It's good enough to watch again, and yes, but it could be so much more than what we got, you know? Maybe in the future they might make well, a really good one of about the case of White Vulture, you know? So who knows? Or maybe just miniseries, you know? Release on one of those streaming services. So, you don't know. Yeah, this gets a 5 out of 10. It's perfectly fine. I can watch it over again. I don't mind watching it over again. I know, well, it could have been more, you know? It had potential, you know, so much potential I saw in this. That's all.